We have expanded beyond just orthopedics, and that expansion's come really on the heels of our work with employers and advisors like yourself, where we start to look at claims files and an employer spend, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, orthopedics is certainly a high spend specialty, but there are others too where if it's not a bundle, if it's through the traditional fee-for-service, if it's the wrong site of care, the costs are much higher than they should be. And where that has become a focus for us is, one, general surgery. So shout out to Mickey Reinhorn of Boston Hernia and the founder of Hernia Connect, where he saw what was being done by like the Ortho Forum and other orthopedic groups, and it was like, well, this needs to happen for general surgery. And oh, by the way, me and 60 other general surgeons across the country have 10 years of like the most robust quality data that you can imagine, and we should be doing this for hernias, for gallbladders, and for things like that. The problem with general surgery is that there's just not a lot of private practitioners anymore. Like, they're all hospital employed. There's a lot of urgency to the approach that he's taking there, because this does present a really solid model for physicians who want to remain private and independent. This direct care business could be the thing that pushes you over the edge to be able to remain independent. And like, that's the backbone of our healthcare economy, really. It's the local independent docs in every community, particularly rural communities. It is the independent private practitioners who are holding up our healthcare system, like supporting it. Like, actually, women's health is a huge one, can definitely be bundled. There pretty much is no specialty exempt from finding value and delivering value in this direct care model. And so it's a big, tall order for us to go tackle all of those at once. But what we've done with orthopedics, we know we can do in other specialties, and we intend to. And it's great because when we can go to a group in a community and say, hey, by the way, we're already working with your counterparts on the MSK side of things. Look at the success they've had. Would you like to do this together?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of these things where a rising tide lifts all boats, right?
Yes.
Where we've got a good mix of both urban groups and groups that have rural populations. And how do you solve for that? And it's not quite as daunting as you would think, right? And particularly when to know that these doctors that are operating independently, if they're having to bill insurance and all the things that a doctor's office has to deal with, they're spending 40 cents to chase every dollar that they're trying to earn, right? Like, and
Definitely.
so if we can remove that barrier for them, it's going to be that much easier for them to, again, focus on why they got into medicine, which is to treat people, not to bill insurance and to do all this other convoluted stuff. You said at the beginning that healthcare is more complicated than a Department of Defense. And working with them, and if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about healthcare in this country, I don't know what to do for you.